Hello everyone, Nemogs here, and I'm back with another video. This time, we are diving into What If Naruto Was an Uchiha, Part 2. Before I start, I would like to thank you guys for all the support you've shown me by liking and subscribing to my channel. And without further ado, let's get started. A couple dozen meters from Hidden Leaf Village Gate. Huh? Where am I? Why did Dad do that? Wait, just where is Dad? Thinks Minato, as he slowly wakes up. He was about to stand up until he heard the sound of paper crumpling beneath him. Minato looked down and noticed a packed leather bag with a paper note attached to it. Is this a note from Dad? Minato thought. I should probably read it. Minato, having recently awoken, rubbed his eyes and picks up the hefty bag along with the note attached to it and starts reading. The message read, Dear Minato, if you're reading this letter, then you have probably just woken up after what I did to you. I know you want answers, so I'll try to keep this letter short but specific. In this bag is your mother and I's marriage savings, and it's all the money your mother and I earned throughout the years of us being married. The bag also contains some important family possessions that you may treat as your own. Now, onto the reason why I'm leaving you. You see, after your mother's death, I slowly began to turn back into my old self. I left you because I couldn't bear the thought of my negative ways rubbing off on you, and also that my future plans requires work done alone. Please don't come find me, and live your life in this village that is located following the path in front of you. I founded this village years ago with one of my best friends, Senju Hashirama, and this village is called the Village Hidden in the Leaves. In this village, there are many clans along with powerful ninjas. One of these clans is the Uchiha clan. One thing you must know is that you're different from the members of this clan. Although you all have the Uchiha family name, you, being my son, is a pureblood, whereas the Uchiha clan members in the village are only half-blood. Why, you may ask? Well, this story dates back to the time when ninjutsu was first created. Ninjutsu, previously known as Ninshu, was created by a person named Otsutsuki Hagoromo, or what others called him, the Sage of Six Paths. In his later years, he had two children, the older brother called Otsutsuki Indra, and a younger brother called Otsutsuki Ashura. Indra is the originator of the Uchiha clan, while Ashura is the originator of the Senju and Uzumaki clan. After a long battle between the two brothers for the Sage of Six Paths throne, Indra ultimately lost, resulting in Ashura picking up his father's mantle. Indra, after the battle, sulking and reflecting on his loss, realized that he lost because of his lack of supporters. In order to make up for this, Indra activated a secret ritual creating living Uchihas in an instant. Unfortunately, there's no way to truly make a perfect Uchiha out of nowhere, and the drawbacks were that the artificially created Uchihas / half-bloods were cursed and would slowly lose their eyesight after each use of their Mangekyou Sharingan. This half-blood dilemma can be averted, but the half-blood will have to take an existing sibling's Mangekyou Sharingan and fuse it with their own. Even after fusing, there is still a difference in power. Purebloods, after unlocking their Mangekyou Sharingan, will have access to all of the Sharingan's visual powers, whereas half-bloods can only achieve 2 visual abilities along with the perfect defense / Susanoo. I was the last legit descendant of Indra, which means you are one as well. Carry this information with care and do not tell anyone about your true heritage when you're in the village. Now, on a lighter note, you are a couple dozen meters away from Hidden Leaf Village gates. Today, you've officially reached the age of 6, so I want you to join the academy once you enter the village. The first 2 years will be civilian essentials, like math and writing, but once you turn 8, you will have a choice of either following the civilian path or the shinobi path. I recommend you go to the shinobi path, as that's what all your ancestors before you have done. Anyways, always remember to carry on your Uchiha name with pride. You are allowed to use your Sharingan, but refrain from activating the Mangekyou once you unlock it. As well, never mention that I'm your father, as I have made many enemies in the past being a shinobi, and I wouldn't want them coming after you. Alas, I want you to know, I have really enjoyed the time spent with you and your mother. You and her will always hold a special place in my heart. Until next time, love, Madara. P.S. Burn this note once you finish reading. After reading this note, Minato, with tears running down his face, finds new determination. Realizing the history behind his bloodline, Minato has decided to proudly carry out his father's wishes of him becoming a powerful shinobi. Carrying the new flames that have ignited within his heart, Minato looks forward to this future and starts burning the letter in his hands. Slowly, Minato stands up with a leather bag hanging from his back and walks towards the Hidden Leaf Village gates. 2 years later, an energetic child with black hair and blue eyes, around 120 centimeters in height, arrives at a hand encounter for shinobi applicants. Waiting 2 long years, this moment has finally arrived. Now, I can finally join the shinobi path and spend my next 4 years learning more about the ninja way. It's going to be a great experience learning new jutsus and making new friends. Awesome! Tomorrow's going to be the best day ever, Minato thinks to himself as he slips the form into the hand-in box. The very next day, as Minato walks into the classroom, he gets greeted with kids jumping around, playing, some even fighting. Minato quickly uses his hands to block out the noise and scans the room for an open seat. Okay, so obviously I won't be sitting with the kids over there. They're too loud and energetic. Then there's those kids sitting over there. No, they're too chaotic. Geez, finding a good spot to learn is just so hard, Minato thinks to himself. As Minato continues to scan the room in order to find a proper place to sit, he quickly sees a red-haired girl. Immediately, she grabs his attention and Minato starts blushing. Soon though, Minato realizes that the pretty girl was surrounded by a group of boys who seemed to be teasing her hair color. Those boys shouldn't be doing that to pretty girls, thought Minato. I should probably do something about it. But just when Minato was about to step in, the red-haired girl turned her head and gave Minato a death glare. In less than 5 seconds, the bullies surrounding the red girl would be either found on the ground moaning or flying across the room. Wow, she's strong, Minato thought. Guess I didn't need to step in at all. Quickly, Minato finds a seat and sits down, breaking eye contact with the pretty red-haired girl. A few moments after everyone was seated, the teacher walked in and asked everyone to introduce themselves. Her name's Kushina. What a great name, Minato thought. For the rest of the day, Minato would listen to every word the teacher said, along with some occasional glances at the red-haired girl, Kushina. Next 15 to 16 years. For the next 15 to 16 years, Minato would trade day in and day out so he could protect those that are close to him. Each year in the academy, Minato would win the Rookie of the Year as he was an Uchiha prodigy. To all others, Minato was just an Uchiha left to fend for himself that developed independence earlier than others due to being left alone. After his graduation, Minato quickly climbed up the ranks and became a Jonin at the young age of 14, and soon a Jonin instructor at the age of 19. He acted as an instructor of Uchiha Obito, Nohara Rin, and Hakate Kakashi. Due to his contributions during the Third Great Ninja War, Minato was named the 4th Hokage and was given the nickname Crimson Flash. Minato's nickname originated from the fact of how his blood-red eyes were the only things his enemies saw before they died. During his service in the war, Minato also developed an A-rank jutsu called the Rasengan. This jutsu was derived from witnessing a tailed beast bomb from Kumo's 8-tailed Jinchuriki with his Sharingan. During Minato's time as Hokage, the Uchiha clan's influence in the village started to elevate. Very soon, the Uchihas were being respected more and more by the civilians, which greatly helped the Uchihas with their work, as they were the village's police force. Life seemed to get a lot better for the Uchiha clan, and soon, the clan elders' worries and discontent for the village slowly washed away. Within his time of being Hokage, Minato also found the love of his life, Kushina. Kushina, who is the 9-tailed Jinchuriki and nicknamed the Red Death because of her red hair, was the perfect wife for Minato. They met each other during their time at the Ninja Academy, and after a heroic rescue from Minato during Kushina's kidnapping, they fell in love. Mikoto, Fukaku's wife, was one of Kushina's best friends, and most of the time during the day, you would find Kushina and Mikoto chatting in the Uchiha compound. During their pregnancy, those two would often talk about how their children would become great friends, and over time, the two families grew closer and closer, eventually to the point where they acted as one big family. In the next chapter, 1 year later, on July 23rd, our two main characters were born, Uchiha Sasuke and Uchiha Naruto. Unfortunately for Uchiha Naruto, his life starts with a big misfortune. "Congrats, Kushina! It's a boy! You're a mother now!" says the nurse, slowly handing the child over to Kushina. "Hello, Naruto," Kushina says weakly as she holds the child in her arms. Suddenly, a swirl in space along with a masked man appears in the middle of the room. "And hello, 9-tailed Jinchuriki," says the masked man in a menacing voice. And guys, this is where I'll be ending part 2 of What If Naruto Was an Uchiha. Sorry if I didn't go into much detail about Kushina and Minato's love, but it just follows the same as canon, so I just left it blank. Something you guys may have noticed is that huge chunk of words on that piece of parchment paper in the background image. Well, I did this on purpose, and that's actually the real words I've said during the message section of this video. Just thought it would be cool. And for those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe and turn on post notifications so you will be notified when the next video comes out. Also, remember to like the video and share it with your friends, as this will motivate me to upload quicker. This will conclude What If Naruto Was an Uchiha Part 2. So until next time, see ya!